What's going on, guys? It's the Conscious One coming at you, back with another audio, and also I got a short video I want y'all to check out and see. Some of you may have seen this before, probably most of you have not. It's an excerpt from Moneybags 73 on YouTube. He's pretty much the number one Mandela effect, quote unquote, so-called conspiracy theorist on YouTube. Moneybags 73. One of his videos that stood out to me uh, was the fact that he showed some clips of a building that's in between the World Trade Center. That I think you guys, even those of you who never have been in New York, or maybe some of y'all are not even old enough to really remember 9/11 like that, but those of you who are in the know would know that this building doesn't even look right sitting between the World Trade Center like that. And then you can say, well, it looks like CGI, but then they show a clip of it between the buildings that totally looks like it's not CGI because it looks very original. When it comes to the Mandela effect, the thing that gets me is, there's people out there that want to say people are dismembering or whatever it's called. Well, that could be a possibility because we are prone to mistakes. We learn that when we do crossword puzzles and stuff, tests we take when we're in high school, stuff like that. We learn that our minds can be faulty. But the thing with the Mandela effect is that when I watch a video like that, I just want to know, does it make sense? Forget about whether we misremembering or not. Forget about that. Yes, we can misremember things. But the question you should be asking yourself is, does it make sense? That's the only question we're asking here. And so when you guys see this video clip, you'll see what I'm talking about, because I don't see how a building can be smack in between two buildings and end up against a skyscraper like this. What skyscraper do you know where you got buildings up against the wall on the first 20 floors? I'm from Chicago. I dealt with the now called Willis Tower, used to be Sears Tower. I don't know any skyscraper where a building is smack right up against the glass. You guys will see what I'm talking about. It don't even look right. Now, I stay with a roommate here in New York City, and he's lived here all his life, and he said that building never existed. However, this video that I have on my YouTube channel months back has about talking about it was there, and some people saying it wasn't there. I mean, what kind of gaslighting reality is this, guys? It's like, where am I? Seriously, like, where the hell am I? This, like I say, this might not even be real. I was talking to my buddy last night. We starting to believe that even pockets of communities are real, and then other pockets of communities are just props. It's like, what the hell is this reality? I want to get out of here. This is getting crazy. So y'all gonna enjoy looking at this video, because I think y'all are smart enough to recognize it's just not gonna make sense. When you see it, it's gonna be laughable. Also, pay attention to the guy who's telling the story about the World Trade Center Hotel. This dude, look at this dude's eyes. This dude look like some kind of insect. He don't even look like he have a soul. Y'all see what I'm talking about when y'all check it out. This dude look like some kind of demon or something. Y'all gonna know who I'm talking about too. He look like the devil, straight up. That ain't no human being, for real. That's telling the story about the World Trade Center Hotel. Alright. I just want to bring up Dark City too. I wanted to share a couple clips of Dark City, but they're gonna hit me with a copyright for sure if I do that. But we know Dark City and the Matrix are related. Dark City is actually the Matrix Part 1, which came out in 1998, and then the Matrix came out in 1999. But Dark City, in my mind, was the Matrix Part 1, because both movies, it starts off with an individual getting a phone call and somebody telling that, you see, just a while back. I said, yeah, these are the same movies. And so when we're talking about like Dark City, one of the clips in Dark City is when he says, shut it down. You can even type shut it down, Dark City, on YouTube, and they got a clip just for that. Because when he said shut it down in Dark City, they was talking about some real deal shit. When they talking about shut it down, just let that sink in y'all mind, and I would love to think about what you guys think about what that means, because I got people that really enlightened that leave comments on my channel now, and I just would love to know what some of y'all believe about what they mean when they tube on some spaceship somewhere, and I'm just dreaming this reality, because everything just, it don't make no sense. I mean, think about the times when you just had enough money to pay for that coat, just had enough money to get through the week, just had enough money. It's like, okay, what? This is a game. This can't be real. It can't be. Or the time when some dude tried to rob me in Vegas and he stuck a gun up in my head and I ended up just attacking him and stuff, and he ran off without a shot. I mean, was that even real? I'm telling y'all. This reality is, I'm telling you. But the movie Dark City, when he said, shut it down forever. I mean, that's what it felt like when I got off the plane from Cambodia. They said, shut it down. And I told, some of y'all didn't hear this, but when I was on the plane back from Cambodia, everybody was coughing on the plane. Was that a skit against me? And the dude who was sitting a couple of chairs off from me ended up laying his head. I thought I had a free seat next to me. This dude ends up laying his head on the seat next to me and coughing profusely. Can you imagine what the look I had on my face? And then when I got to New York, they had wheelchairs lined up around the corner when I got off the plane. This is one of the first things I told my roommate when I got here. I said, man, you can't believe this skit I just went through on this plane. Well, almost everybody on the plane was sick except me. What was everybody on the plane some kind of actor? You can't have that. How you don't have that many people sick at one time? Those people, I don't even think most people on the plane was real. Where am I, guys? This is crazy. I don't believe, man, I'm telling you, I don't believe a lot of stuff that be going on in my reality is real. I swear to God. I swear to God, I don't believe it. Okay? But Dark City, they was able to move buildings around. Most of y'all seen Dark City. They showed a flat Earth model. They kept injecting people with needles, right? They kept injecting people with these needles, and it made people forget about who they was. And this is how they was able to control reality, because people were basically just guinea pigs, right? And so, yeah, like I said, guys, enough about me. We're gonna get back into some of this esoteric talk, and go from there. All right. So I hope y'all have a good day and peace.
It's just been getting really crazy here lately. So all I can say is just sit down, hold on to your hats, set your drink to the side. Just don't even be holding on to a drink, or don't even be holding on to any food at this point. All right, here we go.
It was also known as World Trade Center 3, WTC 3 or 3 WTC, the World Trade Center Hotel, the Vista Hotel and the Marriott Hotel. It opened in July 1981 as the Vista International Hotel and was located at 3 World Trade Center in Manhattan, New York City, with the World Trade Center complex having its own zip code of 10,048. The hotel was destroyed beyond repair as a result of the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, after the collapse of the Twin Towers. The hotel was not replaced as part of the new World Trade Center complex, but does share its name with the new office tower. Building history. The Vista International was the first hotel to open in Lower Manhattan since 1836. The building was designed by Skidmore, Owings and Merrill and was originally owned by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey and Kuo Hotels of Korea, with Hilton International acting as management agent. It was sold in 1995 to Host Marriott Corporation, after an extensive renovation following the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. The hotel was connected to the North and South Towers, and many went through the hotel to get to them. The hotel had a few establishments including the American Harvest Restaurant, the Greenhouse Cafe, Tall Ships Bar and Grill, a store called Times Square Gifts, the Russia House Restaurant, and a Gray Line New York tour bus ticket counter. It also housed a gym that was the largest of any hotel in New York at the time, and a hair salon named Olga's. The hotel also had 26,000 square feet (2,400 square meters) of meeting space on the entire third floor, along with the New Amsterdam Ballroom on the main floor. It was considered a four-diamond hotel by AAA. In 2000.
All right, everyone, please thumb up this video if you don't have any memory of this hotel. This is just so crazy. It just, oh my gosh. Of course I could have just missed the hotel. Never heard of the hotel. This when I saw this, it just blew my mind. It just, oh my gosh. This is just getting so crazy lately. So no hotel for me. I don't recall the hotel. If you recall this hotel, please, if you're in New York, it's always been there. I realize it's always been there. I get it. I understand how this works. But if in another timeline, maybe you were hanging out, there was no hotel. I never heard of any hotel. Slammed right up against the buildings here that people went through to get from one tower to the next. Sorry. I don't know. Just, all right. If you weren't sitting down, please sit down at this point.
In 2001, television producer Dennis Wooldridge was writing a novel about a massive terrorist attack on the United States. To research it, he traveled to New York and checked into a hotel. It was the 22-story luxury Marriott at the foot of the Twin Towers. The date was September the 9th. Among the other guests were a cross-section of tourists and businessmen, men and women whose lives were about to be interrupted by events even a novelist could hardly have imagined.
The stories that came out of the Marriott are, I believe, some of the most intriguing of the entire event. There was one irony after another, one odd coincidence, if you believe in coincidence, after another. People whose lives are linked in very strange ways by this event.
What happened to the people in the hotel is stranger than fiction. Among the guests were the only people to survive the collapse of both towers on top of them. Many of their stories can be seen in glimpses through photographs or film captured on the day. All their lives would change forever from being in the wrong place at the wrong time. They checked into the 9/11 hotel.
9/11 Hotel. Never heard of it. Nice
the Twin
stripes
Towers
here,
were 110 stories
vertical
high,
and
dominating the New
stripes.
York skyline. They dwarfed the 22-story Marriott Hotel, which stood beneath and between them. The location of the hotel, at the World Trade Center, appealed to both tourists and business people. On the morning of 9/11, 940 guests were registered at the hotel. Dennis Wooldridge from Florida had checked in to begin work on his novel and also to enjoy a holiday with his father. They would be amongst the last tourists to go up to the top of the South Tower.
When we got to New York, it was Sunday night, and we settled in our room. The next day, we wanted to do the typical tourist thing, so we bought day-night passes to the observation tower. The view was amazing, especially for someone that had never been to New York. I mean, from there you could see the Statue of Liberty in the distance. You could see all of Manhattan, Empire State Building.
Please thumb
and of
up
course,
this video.
right
This
across
is
the way was the North Tower.
Totally mind-blowing.
It was
and
just
never
breathtaking.
heard of a World Trade Center hotel.
Also checking into the hotel on 9/11 was some holidaymakers from Britain. They included the
Please thumb
Sweeting
down the
family
video
from Margate.
If you've always
Christine
known
and
of the
Les's
hotel.
15-year marriage was in serious trouble, but they hoped that the holiday would bring them together again.
We'd done a lot of the sightseeing bits, the Empire State Building. We went across to the Statue of Liberty. We'd also done the helicopter trip round where we flew around the towers. The normal, absolutely tourist things. Got back in the hotel and I remember getting in the room and actually putting my feet in the sink because they were absolutely, worn to pieces.
Another Marriott guest on 9/11 and a regular visitor to the hotel was Frank Rosano, a hard-bitten, work-driven lawyer from Washington. He was working late at a New York law firm. On the ground floor, Amy Ting found herself in pitch darkness.
When everything stopped collapsing in the pitch black, you can't see anything. I heard a fireman on the right-hand side getting up and then getting up. So I don't know who is it. I just grab onto.
How did this part of the building manage to withstand the collapse of the South Tower? Dennis Wooldridge thinks he knows the answer.
When the South Tower collapsed, it collapsed directly onto the Marriott. And you look at that and you wonder, why is the entire south end of the building standing? Ironically, that was standing because of something that had happened in reaction to the '93 terrorist attack. When the bomb went off in the parking garage in 1993, it didn't go off under the North Tower. It went off underneath the hotel, underneath the ballroom. And the hotel was severely damaged structurally.
What? 1993 bomb went off underneath the ballroom of the hotel. That's news to me. I remember going off in the basement of one of the towers.
Construction work on the damage to the Marriott took nearly 2 years to complete. The entire southern end of the building was reinforced using large steel I-beams. It was being in this part of the hotel on 9/11 that saved Frank Rosano's life.
When I thought for sure I was dead, I survived. So I'm happier. I'm happy as you could. I'm happy as a lark to think I survived.
Frank joined firefighter Jeff Johnson and his unit going down the emergency staircase. But the firefighters were not trying to get out. They were backtracking to cross the wall of debris separating them from their missing colleague Ruben. They had no idea they were trying to get to a part of the hotel which had now completely disappeared.
We were trying to get north. We were just trying to find the one hallway that would have gone through so we could go back up on the other side of this. Hopefully, hope I can go on and lead a good life.
The near-death experience in the Marriott on 9/11 left Amy Ting in a state of shock for several weeks.
You have that memory, that horrifying memory of the building coming down on you, being blown away, embedded in your brain.
All right, everyone. There you have it. I'll put a link down below to the 9/11 hotel video. Wow. And I'll link up Life Matrix's video here. He did a good video on this today. I will have a link down below. Check out his video. This is just crazy. That's it for now, everyone. More videos coming your way. Go create the reality that you want.